heart of God that holds us in its grace. It is the purest form of love, and of it we are made, and of it we are made. Oh, the precious light of life that shines in us each day. There's healing in each golden beam, and blessing in each ray, and blessing in each ray. Joy within our souls that sings with heaven's voice. It rings throughout all creation's halls. Hear the world rejoice. Oh, hear the world rejoice. The boundless heart of God that holds us in its grace. It is the purest form of love, and of it we are made, and of it we are made. Oh, the precious light of life that shines in us each day. There's healing in each golden beam, and blessing in each ray, and blessing in each ray. joy within our souls that sings with heaven's voice. It rings throughout all creation's halls. Hear the world rejoice. Oh, hear the world rejoice. Higher, higher.
Good morning, Unity Church of Austin. Please stand and, yes, good morning. Please stand and join us as we sing our opening songs. Thank you. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening
the closet, it's the power, it's the presence, it's the power, it's the presence. Souls on fire.
And now we step into the circle of love. Step out of the circle of time and into the circle of hope. Step out of the circle of time and into the circle of hope. We have joy. We have friends. We are so grateful for the love that won't end. Step out of the circle of time and into the circle of faith. Step out of the circle of time and into the circle of faith. We have joy. We have friends. We are so grateful for the love that won't end. Circle of love, circle of friends, circle of love, circle of friends. Step out of the circle of time and into the circle of love. Step out of the circle of time and into the circle of love. We have joy. We have friends. We have forever. Our love never ends. Our love never ends. Our love never ends. Thank you. You may be seated.
Let us begin with prayer. Mother, Father God, we are so glad to be here today. As we come together as one community to learn, to support each other, to love, and to practice living those Jesus Christ teachings, those universal spiritual teachings of connectedness, of oneness with God and with each other. We know that at a deeper level, we are held in your love. We are being healed and guided and blessed as we move forward into a greater vision for ourselves, our country, and our world. We affirm this in the name and through the nature of our brother and wayshower, Jesus Christ, and the Christ that lives as all of us. Amen.
Please join me in our blessing of all faiths. Our God is love, our race is human, and our religion is oneness. Good morning and welcome to Unity of Austin. We are an open-hearted, loving, spiritual community, and we offer a practical, positive, and inclusive approach to Christianity and spirituality. We honor the universal truths in all religions and respect the right to choose a spiritual path. And we welcome everyone, so please join us as we study, teach, and transform our lives. And we're glad you've joined us today. And if you're visiting for the first time, we have a welcome bag we would like to give you. And if you didn't receive it when you entered the building, please check with one of the ushers after service, because in the bag is a form you can take to the Unity of Austin bookstore and receive a gift from Unity of Austin. And if you have time after service, please join us in our gathering room for some food, fellowship, and fun. And we have just a few announcements today, and one of them is from Reverend Leslie, as she would like to share some information about sacred service opportunities.
Y'all will hear from me till I get my team built. And it's building. We are restructuring our welcoming program and how we welcome everybody in. And so I need volunteers, and I need people to be of sacred service. There are 3 different steps in that team. There is a pre-Sunday team, which I already have some amazing volunteers for. And so that way you come in on Thursday and you help prepare the bulletin or any printed materials that we have and help prepare the sanctuary. Another area of opportunity is to be the smiling face that welcomes people on Sunday morning. And so if you are an extrovert and that is your jam, or if you're an introvert and you want to sharpen that edge, then I invite you to join that part of the team. And then there is the post and after Sunday team, where we just touch base, welcome everybody to the community, share some ways that they could get plugged in, and continue that welcoming format. So inside your bulletin is a form with boxes for you to check, information for you to leave for me, and then sometime next month, I'll do a full-on training for everybody. But I love watching my team build, and so build, 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 build. I know y'all feel that nudge. Oh, Reverend Carol might. She's maybe.
Oh, Reverend Carol, I see her in the back in her... Come on up.
Trunk or treat. Ooh, so the ghoulish trunk or treat is coming up this Friday, Halloween night. We are going to have witches and dinosaurs and ghouls and all sorts of wonderful things. We're going to have a train. We're going to have an obstacle course. We're going to have a jack-o'-lantern contest. First prize is a $100 HEB gift certificate. And we're going to have lots and lots and lots and lots of candy. We also have lots of non-edible treats for our sensitive and our spicy diverse children. So please come. We invite everyone. Let the community know it is a community-wide event. It's going to be pretty big. We have games. We have prizes. We have lots of trunk or treat cars that will be there. So I hope you will come 5 to 8 p.m. this Friday night, Halloween. Trunk or treat. Thank you.
Well, that was quite ghoulish and exciting. Thank you, Reverend Carol. And please make sure to tell anyone you know that have children or just neighbors who like to carve their jack-o'-lanterns. And Dia de los Muertos, also known as the Day of Dead, is Saturday, November 1st, and we will celebrate it on Sunday, November 2nd. So join us for a day to remember our loved ones. And the ofrenda is already set up in the gathering room for you to bring your photos and any items that remind you of your loved ones who have transitioned. So we will have time for prayer and to share stories about our loved ones. So come and share our connection to our past. And the Youth and Family Ministry is having their fall family gathering. And it will be Sunday, November 16th from 11 to 12 during normal service. And they will meet off campus at Nomadic Outpost, which is a casual, family-friendly outdoor hangout at 3505 Country White Lane and Brody Lane. During this time, children will participate in arts and crafts projects while the parents can meet with Youth and Family Ministry staff to discuss curriculum and their children's spiritual growth. So this gathering offers an informal setting for families and friends of youth to gain insight into Sunday morning experience and explore ways to provide support. And join us for a Creative Expressions workshop on Sunday, November 16th from 2 to 4 p.m. This is a family event where adults will experience their workshop in the gathering room and children can experience their workshop in the Youth and Family Ministry room. We will explore the power we have to release what no longer serves us and experience the feeling of freedom through that release. During this time, we will create process art, which is a free abstract expression of art that connects us to this process of release to reach freedom. Is there an inner voice saying, but I'm not an artist? I'm not crafty? No worries about that, because that is the beauty of process art. It is supposed to be abstract and a little messy. So the first part of the workshop will be reflective to allow us the opportunity to discover what we would like to release, and the last half will be creating the art. So bring a friend or two or three, and the art supplies are provided. While there is no set fee, a love offering is appreciated for our facilitators and to cover supplies. And hanging of the greens and getting ready for Christmas. The holidays are approaching and we're getting ready to decorate the church for the Christmas season. So we'll be doing this in phases and we'd love your help. And if you enjoy decorating or have an eye for detail or just like being part of something festive, this is a great way to showcase your skills. So we're also looking for someone to serve as our decorating coordinator. So someone who can help organize volunteers, make sure each area gets some holiday cheer, and help us pack everything away when the season's over. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, or you'd like to just lend a hand with decorating, please speak with Reverend Leslie for more details. And we get to help our church shine with joy and beauty of the season. And this concludes our announcements for this week. And today is Sunday, October 26th. Our daily word is discover. Today we affirm, as I discover, I learn and grow. As I discover, I learn and grow. My life is a journey of discovery. Over the years, I may have traveled to other lands, discovering new cultures and landscapes. Through my explorations, I have learned all kinds of things and grown in all kinds of ways. My spiritual life has been a journey of discovery as well. Through my spiritual practice, I have deepened in my understanding of God and of myself as a spiritual being. I have discovered new landscapes within myself as I have communed with God in prayer and have changed my life through the power of my thinking. As long as I live, I will find more to discover. Questioning, learning, and growing help me discover the wonders within and all around me. Our Bible verse for today is from Jeremiah 33:3. Call to me, and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Now let us prepare for meditation.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise.
is our time for meditation, where I'll bring you into a few brief moments of stillness and quietness. I invite you to take a good, deep breath in and feel your lungs completely expand. And release and allow your shoulders to drop. Allow yourself to be comfortable and center in to the here and to the now. Take one more deep breath, and as you breathe in, be fully aware that the presence of the divine is in you and expanding through you. And as you release, allow all the to-do list and all of the distractions from this week and today to just drift away for a moment. God is that divine spark that dwells within each and every one of us. Center in on that. Center in on the power that comes with that. The gentle power. The gentle power of love and peace. The dynamic power that with every little step can change the world. As you bring your center and your focus into that spark that is within you, I want you to imagine it radiating from your center and beyond and outside your being. And ask this: what is mine to do? And receive this. I have the ability to do it from that spark within. So I invite you to just a little time to steal away as we center into the silence. As we are grateful for this time to be still, know that you could come back to it at any time during the day to center back in. I invite you to join us as we sing the Lord's Prayer together as led by our music team. You can open your eyes and join the space where you can see the words, or you can stay in a meditative state as we sing these affirmations together.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. can't write my story. I'm beyond the archetype. I won't just conform, no matter how you shake my core, 'cause my roots, they run deep. Oh, oh, ye of so little faith, don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory is in your veins, you know it, you know it, and you will not negotiate. You'll fight it, you'll fight it, you will transform. When the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. There is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, well, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise. I must stay conscious through the madness and chaos, so I call on my angels. They say, oh, ye of so little faith, don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory is in your veins, you know it, and you will not negotiate. You'll fight it, you will transform. When the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. There is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, well, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise. Whoa, still rise. Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
When your music team is fired and you got to go do a talk right after it. Little trivia for those of you who may not know, Katy Perry was a contemporary Christian artist before she made the secular world, but this was written after. Yeah. So, in this series, we are. You have a question? Yes. And like raise your hand if I get quieter. I will try to project better. Okay. So we have started this journey on remembering the way. We're moving into remembering what it might have been like to be there and be one of the apostles, to be there and be one of the people that started the early church. And it is such solid guidance that Jesus gives us in his preparing for ministry that moves us into our world in our own ministries. Last week I mentioned to us that we are all ministers. You don't have to have Rev in front of your name to be a minister, and I'll get to some stories later that kind of show us how we show up like that in this world. And so today we are going to wield power. We are going to rise. We are going to stand our ground. Today we're going to venture into a very familiar story, a story that is midrash. So that is allegory, to tell a story, to make a point. And you know this story because this is the slimy, sleazy, sneaky, mean character that raised its ugly serpent head in Genesis. And the Midrash brings him back again. And I did not plan for this to fall during the week of Halloween. It just did. And I was like, all right, let's dig into it. So couldn't you just imagine, like, you are getting ready for your ministry. You've just done your baptism ritual to where you release what no longer serves you, ready to let it go. And then you've done 40 days. And at the end of this 40 days, in the middle of nowhere, here comes Mr. Bitter. He tempts Jesus with food, with power, and even testing God. And so when we look at the devil metaphysically, it is the state of consciousness that is adverse to divine good. So it's not the big pitchfork, horns, whatever we made it up to be. But this is where it's going to get interesting. This is where you're like going to go, oh snap, Leslie's doing something different here. Because when I really dug into this, when I really dug into the story and the point that was coming across in this midrash, paints a different picture, doesn't it? The part of us that is adverse into not being divine good is unbridled ego. And I would imagine after you've spent 40 days in the desert and you've accepted your calling of knowing that you're going to start a ministry that is going to change the world for thousands of years to come, that ego might be going, you can't do this. You've been out here forever and you're hungry. You can't even make bread. Those outside voices that we hear even from the egos of others that feed into our world, that cause us to have doubt or uncertainty or make us question. And it's okay to be in the question. It's okay to ponder as long as we anchor back into that divinity that is within us. We've heard these sayings, like some of these, like, get behind me, Satan, right? We've heard the, not today, Satan, not today, right? And we've even heard the devil made me do it. That's you, buckaroo. We have to be responsible and accountable for our own actions, and that is the actions not only that affects other people, but it's the actions that affect ourselves. We need to be fully aware and fully accountable of when we allow that part that separates us from the divine good to start navigating our ship, that we need to go, get behind me. You have no power here. And it's not even a warrior-like. It's so passive. It's like, you have no power here. Because when you stand in your power and you know where your power comes from, then you're opening yourself up to that amazingness of solutions and everything coming to you in many different ways. Jesus was battling his man ego because he was fully aware of his divinity. He very well could misuse and abuse the power that he had. He could have, even so much so that the powers that be at the time were threatened by him. So we fast forward, we know what happens, right? But he was that kind of leader, that kind of ministerial pathway that moved to release captives from your own spiritual captivity or from being oppressed by others. He shined the light so that everybody could see their worth, so that everybody could see the divinity within them. And so I can imagine on this journey to get ready to do big things, that there had to be these outside noises that were coming in that he dismissed. Man doesn't live by bread alone. Bread metaphysically is substance. And while, yes, our human bodies need food, it is the reminder of the substance that comes with our divinity within. It allows us to move through circumstances. It's not that we don't have difficult circumstances in life, but it allows us to move through them. So I ask you, what are your battles? Where are you sitting, arm up, face to face with the mirror, and you're seeing who's going to win? I probably should use this hand. I'm lefty, but wouldn't it be funny if my ego self was opposite-handed? But would you yield to a shortcut? Would you yield to, oh, there's this easier way. Let me show you it. What if you went this way and you had more power and you can use your power to get everything you wanted? What if you allowed those voices of self-doubt to come in and you're thinking, I can't do it at all? What if you're thinking that my thing that I need to do has to be this big thing that affects millions and millions? But when we don't stop to think that the pebble that we throw into the pond creates ripples, and those ripples, if enough people throw a pebble, can create a tidal wave of goodness, of divine goodness. And that is something worth taking the time to wrestle with ego with. Jesus was fully aware of his right alignment with the divine, and that the devil, the ego, or other egos that were imposed upon him were not divine good. So how did he get that energy in this storyline to overcome it? To say, no. And this is where, sometimes I think when they write the stories and they give the headlines for the stories in the Bible, I'm like, y'all misheadlined this thing. Because this is really the power of prayer is what fueled this whole thing. 40 days of prayer. And in our world, and it was like 40 solid days. It wasn't like I'm going to squeeze off of 15 minutes here or there. But very intentional. And Charles Fillmore, founder of Unity, shares in a book called Atom Smashing Power of Mind. And I've told y'all before, don't make this the first Fillmore book you read. It's going to hurt your brain. Pick a different one, come to that one later. But this is one of my favorite quotes from this one. True prayer brings about an exalted radiation of energy. When it is accompanied by faith, judgment, and love, the word of truth bursts forth in a stream of light that, when held in mind, illuminates, uplifts, and glorifies. Man, that paragraph could be my mantra. And it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be big. But when we sink into that time of prayer, I want us to really focus in on what that prayer life and what that prayer time means. It is being still long enough to be aware of the divinity within you. I am challenged by a busy world. Could I say that I meditate or pray for an hour a day? My hands are staying down because I don't. But I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to challenge me. If I could spend an hour watching TV, I could spend an hour in prayer. even if you have to break it up, because if you have the neurospicy mind like mine is, break it into 15 minutes. I can still myself for 15 minutes. If not, 5 minutes. Do it 12 times. Had to math my math for a second. It is having the heart-to-heart, laying it all on the line. It is the moment that we feel the world caving in and we whisper to God, remind me. Remind me who I am, whose I am, and what I have within me. Remind me. It is harnessing the part of us that gets vengeful and bitter. It's okay to feel our emotions. Like, please feel them, because when we bottle them up, it creates more trauma than it would be if you released it. And sickness, I heard from the floor, and I agree. And when you allow yourself to be in that moment where you're not hanging on to vengefulness or bitterness or othering people or blaming people, then it allows you to release that energy so you can open up the space to feel that and to hear those reminders. You are a child of God. You are loved. And it is a time to fill our thoughts with all of the things that radiate the divine goodness. Love, peace, joy, substance, abundance, gratitude. And in those times when you're still, when you spend that hour, maybe pick 5 of those words and meditate on those for a little bit. Pick one. But after you've released, after you've spent that time where you're setting aside all the things, then you could focus on, and don't just focus on those things like peace as a thing out there. I am peace. I am joy. I am love. When you recognize that spark of God being you, all that separates you has no power. It gives you that time where you can feel that negative stuff come in, that devil mindset, and you can go, psh. You ever do that? Somebody's giving you a hard time and razzing you a little bit, and you're like, psh. So do that with the world that's around us that feeds us this bull that causes us to cloud our judgment and our clarity. Psh. You have no power. I want to share with you a couple of stories that I came across this week. And it's interesting how they come across, and it's interesting that both of these stories have to do with food. But I think it's appropriate. So one story, there was a teacher who saw in the school lunch line coming in for breakfast or lunch, a student came in, they went to get their lunch, and there wasn't money on their account to pay for it. And so in the school system, you get, wherever he was, you get a cheese sandwich and a carton of milk. And while that person did receive substance, they also felt the shame. The head hung down. They walked to the table. They had their cheese sandwich and their milk. The other students knew, oh, that kid doesn't have money on their card. And a teacher saw this. And from the way the story was written, it was encouraged, I guess, maybe for teachers not to interfere. But I don't know if you know teachers. I know teachers. Teachers spend their money, their hard-earned money, all the time for their students. So this teacher went in, slid a 50 to the cashier and said, use it until it runs out. And he did it over and over and over again. And then one day, he was in one of his classes, and one of the kids said, I know it's you. He's like, is it me about what? I know it's you that gives the money to the cashier so that other kids can eat the same way we all eat. And I've talked to some friends of mine, and I want to do something about it. Pebble toss. She said, I want to have a bake sale. And I want to raise money, and the money that we get from this will help fund that so that other kids can choose what they want to eat for their meal. And this is a story that the teacher retired and the tradition remains. Tidal wave. There is another story that was shared this morning in my feed. Thank you, Patty. And this story is a story of a server at a diner. And she's in the storyline, she's like, I don't need to work. I have a good pension. I just do it to be out in community. And so there's table number 3, and this young boy comes and sits at the table, looks at the menu, stares at the menu over a long period of time, and then he gets up and leaves. And it happened again the next day. So the waitress goes to the kitchen, scrambled eggs and toast, slides it over, just eat, don't talk. So then again, he came back. And the mother comes in a few days later because he went up, she couldn't find him, but had heard that he went to eat there. And she said, you don't understand, we've lost our place, we've been living out of the car, it has been scarce. Thank you. And that little ripple throw allowed people that worked with her to see the same thing happen, to where the next shift, set table number 3, put some food out, no strings attached, people come and ate it, they left. And again, and again, and again, and again. I can't remember the number of diners that picked up this story, that started doing the same thing, but they did. Our ministry doesn't have to be this big, gigantic thing. It starts out simple. And when we stay in prayer and we stay in that mindset where we are guided to do what is ours to do, to know when to pause, to know when to push the accelerator, it brings about a world that we know is true and we know is real. In the news headlines today, there is people working that aren't getting paid. There are people that are feeling the weight of the economy. And I'm not saying this to get political, I'm just saying this that I'm stating what's going on in our world because we are called to rise up. When the vultures start circling, think again. Not today, Satan. Psh, not on our watch. Get back, get behind me, get away. Because the egos of the world will try. They don't have the power that we have. In the story where Jesus took the bread and he broke it, in the feeding of the thousands, 2 loaves of bread, 5 fishes. And in the storyline, it says, he looked up. And I don't think it was, I looked up to a God that's beyond me, to the sky. I think it is Jesus holding those things and looking up, going, I have power that nobody thought I had. I can make change that nobody thought I can make. How do we stand in our own divinity? How do we stand where we won't back down when the world around us is saying other things, when we know what the truth is? But to be part of the solution, we have to be part of the action. And way early on to when Diane started as our admin, she gets divine ideas in a fast flood like I do. So trying to keep up with both of us is... But she said, hey, Leslie, there's this thing where you can get a meal in a bag, and it gives these little instruction cards. So like this one is creamy chicken and dumplings, 1 box of garlic and herb bucket mix, 2 cans of chicken, like the little like comes in a tuna can, 1 cream of chicken soup, 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of mixed vegetables drained, 1 can of diced potatoes drained, 1 to 2 bouillon cubes. And somebody started doing this to where people gathered the items, they filled them in a gallon Ziploc bag, they stuck the recipe in it, sealed it up, and were giving it to people as they needed it. So this idea came across my world a little over a year ago, and I'm like, not yet. Not yet. When God gives you 2 stories about helping to feed people, now is the time. And I invite you to be part of this love in action. That's part of our mission. That's part of who we are. Love in action. If you have the funds to spare to do it, I invite you to do it. If you need a bag, see me. Confidential, there is no shame. None. 0. Zilch. Hold your head up high because you're loved. And this is a way that we could show our love. This is a way that we could tell all the baloney that's out there, psh, watch us go. So now is our time of offering. It is our time where we give of ourselves in many ways. One of the ways is when you come in, you may receive a little card that's a blessing card or a leaf, because we've been writing them on the leaves because it's fall. Write your blessings and write your gratitudes, because that keeps the momentum going. That's what helps bring forth that tidal wave of divine goodness. You may also bring your prayers. When you stop off at this bowl, leave a prayer. And you may leave monetary gifts. If you're visiting for the first time today, your presence is enough. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us for this sacred time together. After you give, abundantly receive. We have an affirmation bowl up here for an affirmation that you can use throughout the week, perhaps maybe in that hour of prayer time. And if you feel so called, if you feel so led, this is not a guilt thing. I'm not going to be watching to see who picks up one. Pick one up, fill it, bring it next week, stop by during office hours, drop it off by. Diane and I will figure out the logistics to let people know that we have food. We'll figure it out. But this was a God nudge that I couldn't ignore. This was a God nudge that I couldn't say, oh, well, maybe later. I knew the timing had to be perfect, and the timing is now. What seeds are you planting and what stones are you tossing in? What are your temptations that you're looking at and you're going, psh, so that you can shine, so that you can uplift, so that you can glorify? Stand your ground. There's nothing, not a dang thing, that can battle the Christ within you. Not a thing. So tell it. Psh. My power is divine, and I am here to uplift and glorify. Shine on, y'all.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You could stand me up at the gates of hell, and I won't back down. No, I'll stand my ground, won't be turned around, and I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out.
I won't back.
Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on pushing me around. Stand my ground, and I won't back down.
I won't back.
Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out.
I won't back.
Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. I won't back. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out.
I won't back.
Hey, I won't back down.
I won't.
Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out.
I won't back.
Hey, I won't back down.
I won't
Gonna
back.
stand my ground.
I won't.
No, I won't back down.
We're not gonna back down. Let's rub our hands together and lift our heads high, stand in our divinity and in our humanity. When we say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother, God. And now is the time where we sing our kiddos in, and usually when we sing, they come. It's magic.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Y'all, they have treats. Oh, good morning. It's like we were part of a parade. Everything's getting tossed at us. It's really good old days. I love love this. All right, Miss Gigi, are you our spokesperson today? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got many hands make light work. There you go.
Okay. Today we learned about a girl named Naomi. She had 2 sons, but so she was married, but then her husband died, so she only had her children, but then her children to comfort them, but then comfort her. But then once they got married, they passed away, but they did have children. So, yeah, we learned about a girl who had a lot of things happen in her life. Okay, so Naomi had those her sons had kids, so those kids, once they grew up, they didn't want to leave Naomi, but Naomi wanted to search for her family, so one of them left because she would follow the rules, but the other kid named Ruth, she wanted to follow Naomi. Whatever Naomi did, Ruth would do. Whatever Naomi went, Ruth would go too. So, yeah.
Did you want to add anything? Did you want to add? So everything was done in love, and that's what we talked about, selfless love. And so they colored and put some stickers on some of the things they do from love. And so it's symbolic. They play, they eat, they have friends, they do things for their family. So these are all the various things symbolically that they do from their heart. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, kindness notebook time. Noah's kindness was that he played with toys and his grandma shared a muffin with him this morning. Penny is one of our new friends. She went on a play date with their friend Gabe, and Isaac got a bow and arrow. That's another new friend. Their mom, Miss Cat, said her kids were super awesome and helpful around the house. Miss Gigi had a friend help calm her down during the storm when she was at a slumber party. Miss Barbara went to a marching band competition during that storm, so all the parents banded together to get kids on the buses and fed. Reverend Carol went to a fun run with her grandson and joined on 2 laps. And I got gifted tickets to go last night to see Paul McCartney.
Oh, sweet. It's so traditionally, it's our time where we rub our hands together, we bless our kiddos, and then they bless us back. So let's rub our hands together, get the energy going. Children, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. everyone who is willing and able, I invite you to stand up. Join us in the peace song. We will say the prayer for protection. We'll have a closing song, which you can greet one another during that time. Please join us in the gathering room for some refreshments and fellowship.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other. Perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine, and all is well. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the